Hello and welcome back to a new season of No Media. For those who don't know what this program is all about, well, it is simply about the new, innovative, inspiring, fast-paced, volatile platform that incorporates elements of multimedia in digital form. And you can find them on websites, social media platforms, mobile phones, streaming applications, or simply any form of digital or internet related that involves communication. We also talk about its technology effects, what people think about it, and of course, we talk about video games. Do you like video games? Well, I actually do. Why be shy about it? Don't be, because it is over than $208 billion market, and you're still shy. I mean, playing video games is just okay with everyone. The market is growing and cities are competing to be gaming hubs. Also, countries are hosting national esports events. Big companies are also sponsoring these kinds of sport, which is interesting. People actually get or win a tasty rewards with these esports. So, don't ever be shy about saying or wanting to play video games. New media and its technologies, video games and its technologies also additionally, above all the competitions, pushed innovatives to what it is right now. We simply think technology that allowed us to even have this beautiful, awesome program. We thank competitive edge to be unique and to be successful that thrived technology. We will see more and more innovation and creative ideas because of that. Like this beautiful phone my friend have. Hussein, can I have it? It's a beautiful foldable device. I mean, look how amazing it is. Oh, sorry, I was just examining the phone. Now let's get back to our segments and let's get started. Well, before Hussein bought this device, he must have seen more than 20 videos and read more than 10 reviews and articles about this device, right? New tech, new stuff are basically investments. We spend or burn a lot of money and time buying, trying these devices. So people needed an authentic voice that tells us, don't buy this and buy that. Here comes the internet reviews and people who review, and some figures rose to popularity for their unique ways to review tech and stuff. Today's story is about this guy. Let us watch this video.
I've been into gadgets essentially my whole life since I was a kid. I always wanted to get my hands on that next thing, and that brought me through to a point where I was fortunate to have this experience starting a small business, a very small business with a few friends of mine, where we would do some of those repairs, upgrade MacBooks. Even though we weren't making money hand over fist. I mean, most of the time we weren't making it at all. It's some initial YouTube videos that I made to promote that business that brought me here. That was like, I'm not gonna make any money off this YouTube thing for a while, but I'm prepared to figure out what that looks like.
Louis Helsintiger is our guy today, a guy who came from almost nothing to being one of the most important, authentic, controversial tech and device reviewers on the internet, or known to many as the Unboxing Therapy. What a name. Do you know what unboxing means? It is basically a term so popular in social media, and it means basically to unbox a product. Now back to our guy. He is a Canadian guy known professionally and socially as the Unboxing Therapy. His name is Louis George. He was born in 1985 and he has over than 18.1 million subscribers on YouTube with over 3 billion views. His reviews helped millions of people decide on what to buy and even when to buy.
When people ask you what you did, you were just like, well, you know, I'm uploading videos to YouTube right now, you know?
And they're like,
yeah, and I'm really like, not really getting paid for it. You feel like you're just casting stuff out into the abyss, like 3, 4, 6 comments, 18 views. And you're like, oh, all right, I like you guys. Early videos, I think anybody's gonna tell you, I mean, they're brutal. They're the worst. The first videos were me unboxing the gear that I was gonna need to continue growing the channel.
Professional interface. This baby is going to make you sound good.
I was just a few months into the process, into the YouTube process at that time, and I saw this invitation, this glowing invitation to the partnership program. That moment that you can have that partnership and see even a check with pennies on it. And I was like, I'm a professional. You know what I mean?
He is a professional. So many copycats are around and copying your style, Lewis. This YouTuber plus content creator was the one of the early voices of the Bendgate controversy, where a very famous brand's smartphone was susceptible to bending. He created this YouTube channel in December 2010. And what was the reason for him making these videos? Well, because he simply enjoyed watching unboxing video. As reported in 2020, the average views of his videos are around 3.7 million. Wow.
This is my personal office space. This is Command Central.
6
you
million.
Could say that, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we got a tally going up there. I like to multitask a little bit.
I can see that. What is that?
That's from a recent video. It is a Japanese head massager. How was it?
Nothing really special. No, it was amazing. Oh
So,
my-
I mean, this stuff is cool, but like, this might be cooler.
Okay.
This is a racing simulator, authentic steering wheel, seat, and a PC to run it all with 3 giant graphics cards.
Our guy majored in digital art, photography, and video editing. He is a great business. He reviews stuff and repairs stuff at his own shop. One of his videos is considered as the 5th most watched video on YouTube. His crew is small, mainly depending on the cameraman with the media management called Jack. And Unboxing Therapy isn't his first streaming channel. It is his second, by the way. And he also has a third one called Later Clips, mainly for chit-chats and talks. And we are back, dear viewers, with you, and I really have this question now in mind. Have you ever thought of creating a social media account? You had the idea, you prepared everything, but you are missing a logo or an intro or something related to it. You don't know what color to choose. You don't know what design, what shape or look you are, wanting or required to have your account looking good and with a good colors and all these kind of things that makes it shine to the audience. Well, today we have a very beautiful, special guest here with us to share his knowledge through the illustrating and Photoshop and all these things. Please welcome with me, Saad Badr, the graphic designer. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
Did you like the intro?
Yes.
It was quite beautiful.
Of course.
I did my best. No, actually,
You did your job.
we are really happy to have you here with us.
Thank you.
So please look at your camera and tell the people something about you before we begin.
Okay. My name is Saad Badr. I'm a senior graphic design student, an entrepreneur and a content creator.
Tell us, how did it all start? Your passion to graphic designing and all these, things that you do.
Okay. So first of all, personally, I didn't know that there is something called a graphic design. I used to design when I was young, like 13 years old. So since 2013, I used to have a YouTube channel. So if you are a YouTuber, you basically need a thumbnail, YouTube thumbnail. So I did my thumbnail design using my phone. And in 2017, when I graduated from the high school, I realized that there is a whole major called graphic design, where you can create a social media design, you can do branding, you can create logos. So basically, that's how it started.
So the passion started at a young age where you used to do thumbnails on the phone.
Exactly.
And then it escalated to the major.
Yes.
which you are a student and you're majoring in graphic design, as you mentioned.
Exactly.
All right, so now you mentioned that you have a channel on YouTube. You have also that we know about the Instagram account. What kind of content you provide to the people, to the audience?
So my content is mostly focused on educational content. As you know, graphic design is a really big major. It's not only about the softwares, but also what are the rules and the theoretical aspect that you should know as a designer. How can you choose the right font, the right colors, the right design element that helps you to stand out in the market.
So I noticed while scrolling down your Instagram account, you like to share knowledge of your major. Why do you love sharing it?
Okay, so basically I gained this from my father. He's a professor. And also I'm passionate in education. When I was a self-taught graphic designer before I chose it as a major, when I used to learn or like search about anything that related to graphic design, like how can I use this software, there was a lack in the content, the Arabic content. So I said to myself, okay, since there is a lack, why I don't fill this gap, fill the gap, exactly. So I started to share my knowledge for the graphic designers and also for the content creators as well. So this information is not only for graphic designers, also for business owners and content creators.
And now I think everyone can be a graphic designer if they learned how to, if they copied someone's work maybe on Instagram or YouTube. But what makes you special? What makes you qualified to be a good or great graphic designer?
So I will not talk about myself, I will talk in general what are the skills that every graphic designer should know. One is the typography. Typography is really important. As a graphic designer, you need to know how to use or how to choose the right font and how to implement it in your design. The second thing, the color theory. The colors are important and each color gives a feeling by itself. So for example, when I tell you the red color, red represents many things. It represents anger sometimes, it represents love, it grabs the attention. So all it represents
each color has a different...
Each color has a feeling, and you should implement this or choose this color depends on the context by itself. Also, marketing. Marketing is really important for graphic designers. As graphic designers, we will not only just learn about the tools and the color theory or typography. You should also learn skills that it's not related to graphic design, but it's important for every graphic designer.
So it's related.
It's related. For example, marketing, because 90% of graphic designers in the field are freelancers. So as a freelancer, you have to know how to market for yourself so you can stand out. Also, you should have the negotiation skills, how to negotiate with your client, how to persuade them, how to communicate with them so they can buy your product or your service. Also, time management. It's really important for every graphic designer or every business guy.
Yes, exactly, indeed. Well, while looking at you, I really noticed the pen that you have. Yeah. It's really nice, and it reminded me of the day I started my YouTube channel, where I spent about a month trying to figure out what logo, what colors, and I actually searched for tips on how to use Photoshop to create my logo. However, during scrolling down your Instagram account, I found a video saying that you should not use this program, right? So can you explain why, what's the difference?
Okay, so you don't have to, you shouldn't use Photoshop to create logos, but Photoshop is really important software. It helps you to create social media designs, photo manipulation, photo retouching, so it's a really important software. But when I said don't use Photoshop, I meant for logos, because as a logo designer, there is another software called Illustrator. So let me tell you the difference between Photoshop and Illustrator. Photoshop is a pixel-based software, so it works with pixels, while Illustrator is a vector-based software. So whenever you size up or size down the logo, it will not lose its quality. So as a business owner or as a content creator, you have to design your logos in Adobe Illustrator. So if you size it up or size it down, it will not lose its quality. That's why I'm telling the people, do not design your logo in Photoshop.
Well, as a beginner, actually, I tried Photoshop, and thank God I only keep it in the corner and it's very small, so nobody notices the pixelating thing. But well, it works. Maybe I should change it later. Now, tell me about your inspiration. Who inspires you to keep going, to keep making more content and ideas and be creative about it?
Everything inspires me. Inspiration doesn't come from a specific thing. What inspires me is everything around me. So for example, as a graphic designer in general or as an educator, when you go to any mall, you will see everything. Like you will see the logos, the packaging, the elements, the texture. All of this is inspiration. It inspires you. So as a graphic designer, you have to be aware of anything that is around you, because anything is around you, the colors, the typography, the text, all the brands around you, it's related to graphic design. And it's a big inspiration that will help you to move on and keep going.
All right, sweet. All right, so also regarding to what we have spoke about just a minute ago. Now, Msaad, I really would like you to tell us the story behind you earning a certificate in Adobe and these programs. So tell us how you got it and how was it? How did it feel actually?
Okay, it felt so good. So the certificate, I was planning to take it a long time ago, but I had the time to take it now because I was free. So the Adobe certificate, it helps me as an educator. So as an educator, you have to gain the people's trust. The people should trust you as an instructor, and what they need to see what are the abilities that you have. So Adobe certificate, it's a really important degree. It's basically an exam. If you pass it, you will take the certificate. I earned it in Adobe Photoshop.
Well, that's nice.
Yes.
So now you have like clients and you work with like as a freelancer, as you mentioned, or you're just a student right now?
I am a student as a freelancer and a freelancer as well.
So basically the certificate helps you in like gaining more clients.
Exactly.
Even if I saw your account, then now, this is a trusted guy. I'm gonna have my work with him.
That's one reason also why I took the certificate, because as a graphic design student, when you graduate and apply for a branding agency or any place, they will check your CV, and when they see that you have certificates or you have these abilities, there is a big chance that you get in.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So Msaad, I have asked all the guests that were here in our show about how they used to film their content and like what equipment they use. So what are your equipments?
Okay, I will give a small advice for every content creator, especially the beginners. To me, I was like perfectionist. I want the best camera, the best setup and everything. But honestly, you don't have to buy expensive stuff to start creating content. Okay, so the equipments that I use phone, my phone, okay, a normal camera, and that's it.
Oh, so you
just a phone.
You said you looked for a professional way to film it, and then it's just a phone?
It's just a phone, and you just have to prepare for the topic, and that's it.
This is just exactly the same answer for every content creator that sat here. And we had like a few exceptions. They seek professional work in their field. However, they mentioned that mobile can do the job. As long as you have the content, then yes. So now tell us about the, some incidents or examples of a difficult design that you had to work on, and like what's the difference between working with normal, regular personal clients or companies, big companies?
Okay, the difference between working with small clients and big companies. Big companies, they have like a very high budget, a very high audience. So in order for you to design for them, you need to have, of course, all the abilities, the skills, and the risks will be much higher. So that's why you see sometimes a logo that costs $5 and another logo that costs maybe $5,000. So the risks are different, the abilities of the designer is different, and also the field is different. Each company has different goals, market.
So I'd say graphic designers feel comfortable working with a $5 design because they don't have to meet the deadline, and the graphic that they are working on would be simple, I would say, right?
It's not, I don't recommend you to choose $5.
I'm just wondering.
Even if you are like, unless if you are a small business and you just started, yes. But if you want to stand out to the market, especially now the competition is really hard. As a business, you have to build a really good visuals that is catchy, it grabs the people attention, it gives them a specific feeling that you want to express. So it's really important for you to focus on the visuals and like even the logo. A good logo should be simple, should be appropriate, should be memorable in order to stand out in the market nowadays. So you have to, as a designer and a business owner also, you have to think about this.
Well, now thinking about the things that you worked on, which graphic design or work you worked on actually in this field stayed here, it left a touch or a mark in your heart because you worked so hard on it, it was so difficult, and you just admire the work that you have done.
Okay, there is one project that is special to me. I did it when I did my internship. As a graphic designer. So as a graphic design student, we have a course called internship in graphic design. So you have to work in 120 hours in any company. They gave me this project. It's really big. It's about in consultancy. They asked me to do the logo. And I'm still a student, so it got approved. And I was so happy because I saw it in real life. They did an event in the opening and I saw the logo and I was so proud of myself, honestly.
Well, this is actually inspiring. And I'm really sure that it feels so good seeing your work on billboards, in the place itself. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And now, with that being said, I think we have reached the end of this lovely interview. But before we conclude, please look at the camera and tell the people an advice about your field, and then we can finish off.
So I have a general advice for the people who wants to find their passion. Me personally, I didn't know that there is something called the graphic design before I chose it as a major. So you just have to look down, see also what are the things that inspires you the most. I didn't know that the design inspired me until I knew that there is something called the graphic design as a major. So always try to find your passion, try to know the things that you love to do, because those are the things that inspires you the most.
Great. Thank you so much, Saad. Thank you for being part of this interview.
Thank you so much.
Video games. How did you spend the last 3 months? What did you play? What did you like? And what are you hyped about? In games, I'm talking. Well, this is what I played, a survival horror multiplayer game called Dead by Daylight. It's so much fun, especially when you play it with your friends. Today we will talk about the most played games online. And here's the list for you. And I will let you guess the first game. Well, no, it's not Roblox. It is... Let's watch this video. Starting with the first game, PUBG, or PlayerUnknown's Battleground, with over than 100 million active players. The game was released in 2018. Who hasn't played this game? I think everyone did. And I must say, it has an excellent sense of style. But I say it, this game is not for everyone. Second is Minecraft, with over 95 million active players. The game was released in 2011. Nothing new here. Moving on to the third. The third game... Wait, hold on. Let me read this right. Wow, is it Apex? Apex Legends with 50 million active players? I mean, the game was launched in 2019, so it finally topped Fortnite. Wow. The fourth game is, yes, you figured, Fortnite Battle Royale with 45 million active players. The game was launched in 2017. The game had and still is having a tremendous success among many. It peaked in 2018 or 19. Many went to PUBG because many say it is an all-boy game. I would consider them a pioneering game in this industry as they have included models of famous singers, superheroes, and characters through collaborations, live concerts, and main events. The fifth game, ladies and gents, and the last one for today is Counter-Strike Global Offensive with 35 million active players. This game was released in 2012. Its idea is straightforward: attackers versus defenders. A team tries to fight other team. Simple, right? Well, not actually, no. It involves a lot of skills to defuse a bomb, plant it, and secure hostages. And it has a very large community. Well, that is it for today. We will continue this list with another episode of No Media. Back to your voice, back to learning more about technology, social media, applications, and habits from you. Our reporter Fatma is outside giving us the chance to hear about all sorts of things from you guys.
So welcome Muna with us in this episode, and a special episode. So first of all, can you tell us about yourself, Muna?
I'm fine artist and you can say abstract line. I'm concerned and interested about all art lines and school, but I prefer and I like the portrait and fine art, and nowadays I using the abstract line.
Nice. So when did you start this art or this type of art?
I'm born with art. This talent is very nice since I was child, maybe with 8 years old in primary school.
Nice.
I was paint a huge blue butterfly. After that, I stopped in high school and university. After university in 2016, I'm back to art, visiting all exhibition, festival, event, and see and communicate with other teachers and famous artists in Kuwait.
So Muna, can you tell us or mention us what the type of colors do you use?
I'm using all colors like acrylic, watercolors, oils, charcoal, pencil.
So after social media comes in our life, when did you start posting your art in social media platforms?
In the same year, we can say 2016, I'm posting and download many reels, videos, lives, videos on Instagram. And there is 1 year I concentrate in TikTok.
Nice. Why? Why do you think that TikTok it's a good platform for you?
I like the audience and people and followers.
Are they different?
Yes, of course. They communicate with me more in flexibles. They send direct message. They kidding with me.
So Muna, about talking about the messages and about the audience or the followers, can you tell us how could you contact with them?
I open lives, discussing many stories, what they want. They ask me so many questions. I like this, especially when you have break time. You have to time to family, time to social media, time to special followers. How do you do this? By opening lives.
Nice. So
Yes.
you will be more in touch with the followers and
Of
the
course,
audience.
yes.
Do you have some videos in YouTube? Do you use YouTube platform?
Yes, but
That you think it's not good for the artist?
no, it's very strong to put your project and advertisement in this art, especially in YouTube. I have a channel in YouTube.
But you don't use it.
No, not like
Not
Instagram
yeah.
and TikTok.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Thank you so much, Muna, for this advice. And we are so happy to have you with us in this episode. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So, dear viewers, let's go back for Da'ij and see what we have.
Thank you so much, Fatma, for these questions which allowed us to listen to your opinions. I want to say something, like feedback is one of the most important things in marketing. It helps companies, big ones, to build better products and services and create a convenient user experience for all of us. That is why we love hearing you, so that we could find topics to talk about. With that being said, dear viewers, we have reached the end of this lovely episode of New Media with its first episode after a long break. So we have talked about so many cool things, like the unboxing. Unboxing therapy is one of the most interesting, channels over the internet. And I highly recommend you guys checking him out before buying any device. You could find the thing that you would like to buy. Also, we have talked about so many cool games, and of course, in the next one, we will talk about more. So stay tuned and goodbye.